A load line, commonly known as the plimsoll line, is a marking on a ship's hull that indicates the maximum safe loading limit under different sea and seasonal conditions. It prevents overloading and ensures the ship remains stable at sea. The load line register is an official record maintained by the Flag Administration that documents a ship's assigned load lines, surveys, and any exemptions, serving as proof that the vessel complies with international regulations. Globally, the regulation of ship loading and freeboard is governed by the International Convention on Load Lines ILLC 1966. Adopted by the International Maritime Organization IMO, a specialized United Nations agency responsible for maritime safety and pollution prevention. The convention entered into force internationally on the 21st of July 1968, establishing uniform rules for assigning freeboard, marking load lines, and surveying vessels to ensure structural integrity and buoyancy. The Protocol of 1988 relating to the ILLC 1966 modernized the original convention by introducing the Harmonized System of Survey and Certification HSSC, which aligns inspection schedules for SOLAS 1974, MARPOL 7378, and the Load Line Convention. This system, effective internationally from the 3rd of February 2000, streamlines statutory surveys and ensures consistent global safety standards. Together, the ILLC 1966 and the 1988 Protocol form the cornerstone of international ship safety law, ensuring that vessels worldwide are loaded within safe limits and remain structurally sound throughout their service life. Malaysia ratified the ILLC 1966 on the 12th of January 1971, with it entering into force domestically on the 12th of April 1971. 4 decades later, Malaysia ratified the 1988 Protocol on the 11th of November 2011, effective nationally from the 11th of February 2012. Implementation is anchored in the Merchant Shipping Ordinance MSR 1952, particularly Part 6, Load Line Regulations, which gives the convention full legal effect in Malaysia. The Marine Department Malaysia acts as the competent authority, empowered to assign freeboards, issue and endorse load line certificates, and detain ships for non-compliance. Under Sections 247 and 311 of the MSR 1952, it is an offense to load a ship so deeply that the appropriate load line is submerged in salt water. The Director of Marine may detain such a vessel, impose fines, or revoke its certificates. Supporting this ordinance are the Federation of Malaya Local Freeboard Rules 8 schedule, which prescribe how freeboard measurements and deckline markings are applied. According to recognized organization Row Instruction 2022, the ships operating solely in domestic waters or under 24 meters in registered length must hold an International Tonnage Certificate and Malaysian Local Freeboard Certificate (MLFC), a national equivalent to the International Certificate ensuring consistent safety standards across Malaysia's entire fleet. The Marine Department Malaysia enforces international standards through detailed Malaysia Shipping Notices MSNS, MSN 47/2008. Implementation of the Load Lines 1966 outlines survey procedures, certificate formats, and the duties of recognized organizations roles. Acting on behalf of Malaysia, MSN 47/2008 forces Regulation 10, Chapter 2 of the Convention, and SOLAS Regulation 2122, requiring every master to possess approved stability and trim information to ensure safe loading and prevent structural stress. Under Section 361 of the MSR 1952, the Director of Marine may delegate survey and certification authority to approved recognized organizations such as Korean Register (KR), DNV, or Lloyd's Register, which carry out inspections, assign load lines, and issue certificates under the HSSC system. These roles report directly to JLM to maintain transparency and continuous regulatory oversight. To illustrate, consider the oil tanker MT Yunbola, operated by UUM Oil Tanker SDN BHD, and registered under the Malaysian flag with Port of Registry, Penang. These are vessels' key particulars. Since the oil tanker UUM Bolai, with a length of 210.65 meters and the keel laid on the 7th of March 2005, not qualifies as a new ship under Article 26 of the International Load Line Convention 1966, which defines a new ship as one whose keel is laid, or which is at a similar stage of construction, on or after the date the convention enters into force for the country. Since the convention came into force in Malaysia on the 11th of February 2012, UUM Bolai does not fall into this category and none need fully comply with all requirements, including proper load line assignment, marking, and certification because its late date of the 7th of March 2005, which is before entering into force of this convention. Article 5 of the convention outlines exemptions for certain types of vessels, including ships under 24 meters in length, warships, small existing ships of less than 150 tons gross, pleasure yachts not engaged in trade and fishing vessels. However, as a large commercial oil tanker, UUM Bolai does not fall under any of these exemptions and is therefore fully subject to the Load Line Convention. This means the ship must maintain adequate freeboard, correctly mark its load lines, keep an up-to-date load line register, and undergo periodic surveys, ensuring it is structurally safe, seaworthy, and capable of protecting life, cargo, and the marine environment during international voyages. Load line compliance for UUM Bolai is demonstrated through a set of certificates issued. First, International Load Line Certificate 1966-1988. Secondly, International Load Line Exemption Certificate. The master must ensure these certificates remain current and displayed on board, with corresponding entries recorded in the official logbook. The designated person ashore, DPA, at UUM Oil Tanker SDN BHD must monitor expiry dates, coordinate annual endorsements, and liaise with Kia and JLM to ensure seamless HSSC alignment across load line, SOLAS, and MARPOL certificates. Under Section 311 of the MSO 1952, it is strictly prohibited for any ship to be loaded so deeply that the appropriate load line is submerged in salt water. Breaching this provision constitutes a major offense, allowing the Director of Marine to detain the ship, revoke certificates, and impose substantial fines. The conditions of assignment covering weathertight integrity, hatch cover strength, guardrails, and free imports must always be maintained. Failure to maintain these fittings can lead to cancellation of the certificate under Regulation 14 of Annex I to the Convention. To verify compliance, the Marine Department Malaysia or its recognized organization conducts annual surveys, ensuring that markings are visible, structures are intact, and no alteration affects the assigned freeboard. In summary, UUM Bolai is not classified as a new ship, is exempt under the Convention, and has no need to comply with all requirements of the International Load Line Convention 1966 and the 1988 Protocol.
That's all for a video. Thank you. See you in the next video.